first note is watch who you pour into. Oh yeah, one more year of high school life. And with having 6 academic classes.
You got it, girl, you got it. You got it, girl, you got it.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. And today we are going to be going over my advice for sophomore year. My advice for upcoming sophomores, class of 29. My advice from a class of 28, from a junior. Oh yeah, one more year of high school life. Okay, let me calm down. But yes, this is my advice coming from somebody who is literally just a junior, a sophomore, like a couple of months ago. Anyways, so this is kind of like advice that I picked up on, like things that I picked up on throughout the school year, and advice that I kind of wish I had. I do every time I record a video and it's about, you know, like back to school and stuff like that, I always want to do one video catered to my school specifically, just because my school isn't like a regular school and we do stay for an extended amount of time, and it's very harsh on the mental at points. And I honestly do want to do a separate video because y'all already know what school I go to. Y'all seen my school before. Y'all seen my school before in a couple of videos or so. But I genuinely wanted to do a video like that, and dedicated to my department specifically. So I think I might do that. I think I might, you know, make up a notes thing like how I did with this one. So we're about to go over this. Y'all, they're all gonna have to, don't worry y'all, these are coming out as soon as school starts. I'm taping all of the pictures that I have, well, some of the pictures that I have, and putting them in my locker, and then I'm putting the other ones on, like, still in my iPad case. It's only gonna be a few, but yeah, because these people are very dear to me. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. So first things first, I want to start off with, okay, so let me just tell y'all how this is going to go. I'm going to go over helpful apps, academics, relations, opportunities, and then you yourself. That's literally how I have it on here. And it's not a lot on here, to be honest. This might be like a very short video for advice. I wasn't trying to make it long. I'm not trying to make this longer than 30 minutes. Like, my max timing for this video is 20 minutes. Okay, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into this. Okay. To start this off, I want to do helpful apps. Like I said, I feel like some apps that really helped me during the school year, especially freshman year as well. I know I didn't do a freshman year advice thing. I might do it after I post this one. I don't know how I feel about that, because I wanted to do one last year, but I'm like, the window for that already passed. But hey, I can still do it. But I know that when we did have our phones, definitely Saturn definitely helped me. Saturn is basically just an app where it's like a social app almost. You put in your schedule, all of your classes. First, you have to click your school, find your school first. Then you'll put in all your classes, match it with the teachers and stuff like that. It'll tell you what room, how much time you have as your grace period to walk to the class, how long the class period is, how long you have until lunch, how long you have until the end of the day. Your whole entire schedule that day, whether it's the full schedule or a B day, never know, even or odd day. Never know. And one thing I like about it is that you can see people who are in your classes. That helped me a lot, because when we were all putting our stuff in through Saturn, I was just like, I don't know if I got class this person, I don't know if I got class. And you can also friend your friends on Saturn too and compare y'all schedules, so see when y'all do have classes with each other. I really like that feature, because when I wanted to skip freshman year, baby, I had to make sure I knew which class my friends were in that certain period, so I could be like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go see Twin in this period, or let me go ahead and go see Kia, or let me find Michaela, or like let me see if Camilla want to show, like, you know, like certain things like that. Like I had to plan that out, and Saturn helped me so much. Don't skip. It's not beneficial unless you have a 4.0 like me. Now, Grade Corner, if you use Aspen, I know Chicago and DCPS use Aspen. I don't know what everybody else use, but if you use Aspen and it's too difficult going through online and that whole entire, like, you having to like click the whole entire screen and stuff and click, show me my grades and show me my class. Just show me my grades and show me the class. And that is exactly what Grade Corner does. Grade Corner is basically this little app where it formats it as you are logging into, so you have to have an Aspen account in order to log into Grade Corner. Please click your district school, because I didn't realize that DCPS is called something differently. I mean, like, it's still DCPS, but it's spelled differently on there. So I was typing in DCPS, DESA, Washington, D.C. No, DC Public Schools. Like, that's how easy it works. But I would just say it's a very chill app. It shows you all of your classes, your teachers, your assignments, upcoming assignments, and past assignments, your grades. And it also shows you your calendar, and it shows you if you were marked tardy, absent, or present in your class, which I also like. And it shows you that throughout the whole entire week. I think I'm gonna upload screenshots only if I have like kind of recent screenshots. When I say recent, I mean like last couple of months of school. But it basically shows you majority of the things on Aspen except for your hours. I do want to know if there's like an extension to Grade Corner where I can see my community service hours instead of going through Aspen, because yes, Aspen is cool, but like I get tired of having to look through all that stuff sometimes. Like, genuinely, I don't like using Aspen like that. But if you are okay with using Aspen, use Aspen. But if you just want something to quickly see your grades, attendance, and scores and assignments and stuff like that, get Grade Corner. And my last app that I feel like is very slept on by everybody is the Reminders app on your phone. Baby, I be using my Reminders app for everything. I have a whole entire layout. I have it for content, for just daily stuff that I do. I have it for school. Like, literally, I use it for everything. I don't think, like, Reminders helps you so much. You can set them to go ahead and set a notification on your phone, do all of that just through the Reminders app. And I feel like it's just so simple. You can even go into it. Like, sometimes I think Reminders has a widget, and when you log onto your phone, like when you first open your phone of the day, it says good morning. It's a reminder there. I feel like that's amazing. I use Reminders. You know, I just got a reminder telling me to do my vocal assignments right now, but guess what? I'm recording a video and it's gonna get done later. So it's okay. It's okay. But guess what? You wanna know how I remembered that? Because I use the Reminders app. Okay? Okay. AOA? Academics. I was gonna say arts block for a second. But you know, I'm gonna talk about arts block later. But yeah, I'm gonna do a whole entire section later. But if we're talking academics right now, I have 5 academic classes in a day. No, 6 academic classes in a day, and I have 4 arts block classes. Last year, freshman year, I had 5 academic, 5 arts block. And with having 6 academic classes, it's not that bad, but it's just how you go about it. So in a full Monday schedule, I have 10 classes a day, meaning I have assignments in almost each one of those classes a day, every single Monday. Sometimes on the Fridays if they switch up the schedule, but I usually have 10 classes a day on Monday, and then on the rest of the week I have even or odd day schedules, and even and odd, you already get it, even numbers, odd numbers, kind of get a gist of it. And I say one thing I do want to talk about, which is crucial with your academics, is sophomore slump. Okay, so I have this and mind you, I didn't know I spelled sophomore wrong. I was spelling sophomore wrong this whole entire year. But one thing about it that I would say is that, okay, it's definitely a mindset, but it'll hit you. Like me personally, I was just like, oh, I'm gonna go into sophomore year, no sophomore slump. Oh, I'm balling, I'm acing this. First month, I'm like, okay, cool. This ain't that tough. Second month of school, I'm like, get me out of here. And baby, that was my attitude the rest of the year. Like, I was so mad. Like, I will always be complaining. And I think that's one thing that I really, like, need to work on, is, like, me complaining. Because I be complaining so bad sometimes. I be like, oh, my God, I'm ready to leave. I'm ready for school to be over. I'm ready for summer. And then I end up doing nothing. But this summer, I actually did do stuff. But I feel like sophomore slump, it'll happen to you, but it's the way that you choose to go about it. With me, I actively try to push through sophomore slump just because I'm a busy bee. I like having that honor roll grade. I do not like nothing below a B+. I don't like nothing below a B+. You know what? I don't even like anything that's a B in my grades. When I see a B, that's like an eyesore. If I have all A's, why do I see that 1 B+, B-? No. I'm crazy. I'm a fiend when it comes to my grades. But the thing is, I'm a fiend, but I don't try. I think that's my problem. Like, I genuinely want that good grade, but I don't try for it. Well, I wasn't trying at the beginning of the school year, but I feel like it's just how you go about sophomore slump. Like, it'll hit you, but don't let it consume you. Yeah, don't let sophomore slump consume you. But with academics, I feel like you need to find a good workflow. Honestly, just because Especially if you go to Duke, bro. You got like 10 classes. You gotta lock in. You got 10 classes. Some of y'all are in flag football and in track. So you know you have priorities. And then especially if you're in TDP, you gotta be working at light show and stuff like that. Gotta be on that headset. I was on that headset, y'all. I was on that headset. Okay. I need to stay on one topic. Oh my God. But it's like, if you know you have priorities and you know you have a lot of stuff to do, make sure you are on top of your stuff. So please find a good workflow. Like if you know you're like, okay, in my all day classes, it's not due until Friday, but today is Monday. Then you should start working on that tomorrow. And then for your even day classes, if it's due on Thursday, work on it Wednesday. Like, you see what I'm saying? Or work on it that same day on Monday, since it's due on Thursday and since the all day one is due on Friday, which is all the way at the end of the week. So find a good workflow. Also, I have this in all caps on my notes. If you get work that you can complete in class, that is just easy as that, complete it in class. I feel like that's one thing that so many people at my school, and specifically people who I've been in class with, do a lot, where they'll get work that is like easy and you can complete in class, and they'll be like, nah, I'll just do this later. And then they wonder why they don't have a good grade in that class, because you're not actively completing the work that you can complete in class. That also saves you a lot of time from having to do homework at home, like work at home, and it also saves you a lot from just having stuff to like just occupying you after school, when honestly you don't need to be occupied. Like, and I feel like that's another thing that a lot of people are just like, oh, how do you have good grades, or how do you manage all of these things? I do the work that I can in my class period. If I have free time for the rest of the class, I'm taking that free time, but it's okay. Always make a to-do list. I feel like making a to-do list is so good. One thing that me and my mom do is we make a honey-do list, and it's basically of all the things you need to do within the week, and then the things you need to do within that day. And you know, sometimes my mom makes that and it'd be a list of chores for me to do around the house, or sometimes we just do that together as things that she might need to go back and do some work online, and I might need to go back in and start editing on some videos, or start, you know, preparing myself for school or stuff like that. And I feel like that's very helpful, because, you know, it keeps you sane. I feel like once you put all of your stuff that you need to do that's in your head onto a piece of paper, you will feel less stressed. I don't know, like, I feel like that just works for me. Even though sometimes I don't be having paper and I gotta go on an iPad, I feel like it still works better at the end of the day. It's not just clumped in your head at the end of the day. I don't know. And I think I already said this, but never let your assignments pile up. The more you let your assignments pile up, the more it defers you from completing them. Like, no, nobody wants to have 30, 73 assignments to do, and they're all due by the end of the week. Baby, I had to do that, and I was about to cry. Okay, relations. Now, when I talk about relations, I mean like friendships and relationships, and yeah, I guess you get the gist. Relations. Okay. I feel like my first note is watch who you pour into. Watch who you pour into and what you pour into. I feel like if you give a lot of your energy to specific people who won't benefit you, or who won't, like, not even benefit you, but who pour the same energy back into you, don't do it. Like, just cut it. Like, literally, don't even fret about that. If the energy is not reciprocated, don't waste your time on it. Let's say it's this person you know, and they're acting very weird towards you, but they be cool, and sometimes they're a very iffy person. So you go ahead and say, oh, I'm gonna match that. I'm gonna match your vibe, or I'm gonna match that energy. Don't match them. Baby, let them go. If they want to go ahead and act iffy, let them go ahead and act iffy, okay? Let them go. Don't go ahead and try and stoop down to somebody else's level and match them just because of how they treat you. I'm like, don't do that. And just because of how they're acting, don't do that. If you want to go ahead and act like you want to be crazy one day and then okay the next, baby, out my face. If you want to be respectful the next and then disrespectful by the next, out my face. Like, get out my face, literally. And also, do not entertain people who no longer serve you. And when I say like no longer serve you, I mean like people who like don't want to grow and experience new things, or like I say like level up ish. Like, if they're not being a genuine friend towards you, and if you know that you can't be a genuine friend towards them because of that, let them go. It's literally let them go. I'm being so for real. All of these little instances and being like, oh, but they do this for me. It doesn't matter. That was a memory that happened a while ago. Let them go. Like, it's temporary. Probably not even going to see that person again after you graduate. You might not even see that person the next year. They might leave the school. You never know. Like, seriously. Anyways, okay. Blocking does not equal beef. If you block somebody, that's just you saying, I don't want you in my life no more. Like, when I block somebody, that's just me saying, I wanted to go back to just us being, you know me because I go to your school. Not we're friends. No. You know me because we go to your school and we see each other in the hallway. We might be in the same department. Might have even worked with each other before. But I don't want that to be reciprocated as, oh, we're arguing or we're something like this. No, you just know me because I go to your school. That's it. You don't know me from anywhere else. You don't know me from hanging out, from being friends prior. You just know me from being in your school. That's what I call blocking. Like, in my opinion, that's what it is. It's no hate towards anybody that I blocked before. It's no like weirdness or nothing like that. It's just you're not in my life no more, and I don't want to be a part of your life no more. Or if they block me, I'm not in their life no more, and they don't want me to. So I feel like it's reciprocated the same way. I just don't want you a part of this lifetime with me. Like, I mean, not lifetime. I don't want you a part of this point in life. Wait, hold up. I don't want you a part of my life at this point in time. That's what I was trying to say. Yes. Also, cordial does not mean friends. If I say, like, in my mind, if I say that we're cordial, I mean, like, okay, if we have to work with each other in a class, then yeah, we'll have to talk. That's being cordial. If I see you in the hallway, I might do a little wave, or if you say hi, I might say hi back, you know? If we're in the same department, you know, auto section, big A's. And if you need help with a pitch or something like that, or like, hey, what if I mess up on a pitch and you're correcting me? That's cordial. That's okay. But I don't want you to reciprocate that as we're friends. Growing out of a friendship is not bad. I feel like growing out of a friendship, it can hurt because you're just like, dang, we're going two separate ways. But growing out of a friendship, you never know. You guys can grow on two separate paces and two separate speeds. You guys could be at two different points in time, and you guys will always find each other and meet back to each other. Being confrontational is not a bad thing. It's just how you go about it. Me personally, I know that I can be a confrontational person. I'm not a very confrontational person, but I know I can be a confrontational person because in some instances with friendships and relationships, I was the first person to be like, hey, I'm noticing this. I'm not liking this. Or, hey, did I make you feel some type of way about this? Or, hey, you made me feel some type of way about this. And I feel like for me, it's just like I feel like in my head, the way that I would go about confronting a person when it comes to something, it would not be correct. Like, it would not be worded right. Like, y'all already see me over here doing freaking snippets of how to say certain things. Like, y'all just saw me when I was trying to say a whole entire line, and I was just like, wait a minute. Like, I feel like the way that I would word it would not be right. So I feel like that's why I'm not that confrontational. I would say it's okay. You just have to make sure that you word it in a way that's appropriate for both understandings. And don't entertain anything for fun. Use all of that energy for something that will benefit you drastically. Now I'm going to talk about opportunities, because the type of school that I go to, an opportunity, baby, take that opportunity as soon as you get it. Don't waste no time. Don't let that opportunity sit there and marinate just for them to wait for you. No, take that opportunity immediately. I feel like a lot of the time last school year, I didn't take an opportunity because I was scared. Not even scared, but I feel like I didn't take the opportunity because I always wanted to do something as a group because I didn't feel comfortable doing it by myself. If it's just you at the end of the day, why are you trying to do it with a group? Like, I don't know. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but if it's just me and I'm only doing this for my sole purpose and I want to get better at something, why wait on others around you to go do it with you? In order to get these opportunities, you have to move in silence. I feel like you have to do a lot of work, like still continuously do the work, but at the end of the day, just be like, okay, I'm gonna let that stuff marinate so that when I get up, and don't tell nobody your actions, move in silence. Like read The Art of War. Y'all, read The Art of War. I've been really getting back into The Art of War, y'all. Read The Art of War, move in silence. Don't let everybody know, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go do this gig. Like, literally, I'm telling you, when I got that gig stuff, I only told my mom, and then like days before we performed, I told my friends just in case they wanted to show up. Now, my favorite portion. You, yourself, and I, which is also you. Yourself and you, I guess. Because take time and take space. Always take time for yourself. Make sure that you're okay. Make sure that you're focusing on your mental. Continuously have a growth mindset. That got me throughout the whole entire year. Even though I was lacking sometimes. I was lacking on my work. I was lacking on content. No, continuously have a growth mindset and never stop that. Don't stop that for nobody's opinion. Nobody else's opinion matters but yours. Literally, nobody does. Especially your sophomore year, nobody's opinion matters but yours, okay? Focus on you. advice for sophomore year. I will see you guys later. Okay? Bye, y'all.